kana atong tanan. Sige, so good ta. Ang atong topic karon is about the ocean of mercy. Gikan kini siya sa lecture na Ocean of Mercy. Ang tulo kaya saints na mingle ang ilang life, no? Nagka-cross ang ilang mga landas. These three saints wala nag-meet in person, but their roles were intermingled by God. No? Makikita nato unya ngano. Okay. So, deserved by no one, yet accessible to all. The divine mercy. Deserved by no one, but accessible to all. And the divine mercy is the greatest attribute of God. No? These three seemingly insignificant people, 15 miles apart dito sa Poland. Kini sila tulo taga Poland no? Si Maximilian Kolbe, Faustina, and then si Karol Wojtyła, si Pope John Paul II. Puro ni taga Poland. Never met each other, but their destiny would unite them forever. So, in 1938, these three individuals, unaware that they were heading to a painful yet glorious future. Wadowice, Poland. Sa Wadowice, Poland, during 1938, 18 years old si Karol Wojtyła. Bago lang siya kagraduate, ang iyang ambisyon maging theater actor. Pero hindi niya alam na Tagalog. Hindi niya alam na ang magiging role niya will be a global stage in the future. And then at 1938, 33 years old si Sister Faustina. She is lying in her bed dying of tuberculosis. But she will later be celebrated as one of the great mystics of the Catholic Church. And then at the same time, 1938, 44-year-old si Father Kolbe, Franciscan priest, praying in his priory. 3 years from now, he will die a brutal martyr's death and be called the saint of our difficult age. So despite the humble beginnings, these three figures inspired the lives of millions to trust confidently in God's mercy and become the channel of mercy themselves. Okay, we'll start with Saint Faustina, 1905. She was born. Her real name is Helena Kowalska in the village of Borgowicz, no? Poland. So, pobre kayo sila. If I can remember, murag pulo sila kabuok. Ang ilang papa is just a carpenter, no? So, poor. But, ang iyang mga igsuon naka-remember nga, she never complains. And she always tried to love God in simple ways. After receiving her first communion on her way back, gikan siya sa simbahan, on her way back from first communion, somebody asked her, "Why are you walking alone? Why are you not with the other girls?" Ingin siya, "I'm not walking alone. I'm walking with the Lord Jesus." So bata pa siya, siguro na siya yung mga vision siguro with Jesus. Na, "I'm not walking alone. I'm walking with the Lord Jesus." And when she was 19 years old, no, kauban ng iyang mga friends o iyang sister, they attended a dance in a park, no? While dancing in the park, Jesus appeared to her, no, in pain, and said to her, "How long are you going to lead me astray? How long am I going to suffer because of you?" No? And then, immediately she left the dance, went straight to the cathedral. So, naghapa siya dito, lying prostrate, and she asked Jesus what to do next. Kung si Jesus na ingon niya, "You go to Warsaw, and you enter a convent there." And then, pag-abot niya sa Warsaw, Poland, no? Ni-apply siya sa mga convent dito, o gi-reject siya sa tanan. Except for one convent, gidawat siya. O katong convent is the Congregation of the Sisters of Our Lady of Mercy. Katong convent is a religious order dedicated to help prostitutes to reform their lives. So mo to yung mission na itong congregation to help prostitute reform their lives. Mo lang itong congregation ang kuhaan siya ni dawat. And ang description sa iya sa ilang religious superior is nothing special. Nothing, not out of the ordinary, no? And then she was immediately put to work. Gipa-trabaho siya para mabayaran niya ang iyang religious clothing. Yan na siya kapobre. And she was uneducated. Taman lang siya grade 3. No? And she is busy working with her daily task nga gihatag sa iya, ha? Mga simple task, menial task, but with a deep, prayerful life. And then Jesus began appearing to her in visions. Sometimes, mapakita si Lord niya as a King of mercy, resplendent in light and majesty. And sometimes, as a tortured and crucified Christ, ang mapakita si Jesus sa iya. At the request of her spiritual director, no? Giingnan siya nga magsugod ka og himo og journal, maghimog diary sa imong mga mystical experiences para ma-record nimo. So naghimo siya og diary. Diha gikan ang mga atong mahibaw-an ng mga story sa iyang mga diary. Christ, no, instructed Faustina to remind the world about God's unfathomable mercy. Dili matugkad, no? Ug dili ma-explain, dili matugkad, ma-measure nga mercy. And to accomplish this, ma-introduce siya og bag-o nga devotional practice to honor Jesus' mercy. Og mo-start siya og worldwide movement, souls dedicated to spread His divine mercy. And then, to proclaim to the world nga ang bisan ang pinaka grabe ka makasalanan, the worst sinners, even the hopeless sinners, ang kanang mga ginaingon nilang mga patyo na, mga salot sa lipunan, isalvage na lang, no? Isalvage na lang kay mga kwan, inanlaban na lang na, patya na lang na, kay wala na sila, worst, hopeless sinners, is deserving of God's most infinite mercy. Muna yung nasulti, kita ang mga tao mas stricto pa sa Diyos. Gusto nato mga makasalanan, patyo na lang, o iatagbong na sa impyerno kay they made their choice. But for God, if you think like God, if you're merciful, even the worst and most hopeless sinner, God deserves God's infinite mercy. Di mo matugkad. Say mo ang ubang tao maglagot. Ha? Ingani na yung sala. Pasaway, pasayloon yapon. If you think that way, you're not thinking like God. Ingon siya, speak to the world about my mercy. Let all mankind recognize my unfathomable mercy. Nga naman, because it is the sign of the end times. Yeah. So, mo po itong iyang gisulti kay kuan Saint Vincent Ferrer. Wala pa na itong malik siya ba? Saint Vincent Ferrer. Divine Mercy gihapon kay Saint Vincent Ferrer. Pag i-declare na ng Divine Mercy, it is a sign of the end times. After it will come the day of justice. So while there is time, take advantage of His mercy. So dili lang ni siya ingon nga mercy, 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 naidala ni siya nga warning, no? Because ginahatag niya ang iyang mercy because hapit na ang day of justice. Most of her life spent in poor health because of tuberculosis. And gina-ridicule pa siya sa iyang mga kauban, ginaingnan siya nga lazy, tapulan, o eccentric. Siguro ma-misinterpret siya nga lazy because ay ang weak health, no? O weirdo, eccentric. And Christ continued to remind Faustina, no? Even the strongest faith is no avail without works. So, diyan nato ma-prove nga faith without works is dead. Kailang ginasulti nila faith alone sa mga protestante, mga born again, mga Bible alone Christians, means like faith alone saves, no work alone save you. Pinangingan si Jesus, gi-reiterate niya, Even the strongest faith is no avail without works. O gusto ni Jesus nga mo-practice ta daily og works of mercy through deeds, words, and prayer. Kanang tulo, deeds, words, prayer. And souls can accomplish this by the new devotion of Christ entrusted to Faustina. Gusto ni Jesus nga mag-perform ta at least one act of mercy a day. So ang act of mercy na may 7 ka spiritual works of mercy, napoy 7 nga corporal works of mercy. What are the 7 corporal works of mercy? Feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, no? Clothe the naked, give shelter to the homeless, take care of the visit in prison, take care of the sick, bury the dead. Mao na siya ang 7 corporal works of mercy. And 7 spiritual works of mercy: admonish the sinner, instruct the ignorant, no? Forgive injuries, and then pray for the living and the dead. And then sa pa to, limutan ko sa uban. Basta 7 na. Okay? Maghimo tag at least 1 act of mercy a day. And then, ang condition din niya is for the love of Jesus. Okay. Ingon si Jesus kay Faustina, even small, insignificant act of mercy, especially when it is met by ingratitude, are of infinite value in the eyes of God. Sa may pasabutan maghimo ta og act of mercy sa atong isig katawo, labi na katong gisuklian og ingratitude. Di ba ganahan magita nga, ganahan ta kumutabang pero kinitawhana di ka balo mo pa thank you, way lami. Di ta ganahan mutabang kay kuan bitaw, murag walay utang ka babuton, dili ka balo dili appreciative, no? Dili magkabalong pa thank you. So mas dako daw ang atong mas dako na ang value sa mata sa Ginoo once mohimo tag maayo nya ang gisukli ingratitude. So dili ta magkasubo nga naghimo tawo tagi pasalamatan, wala gi appreciate. That is more infinite ang iyang value. So now we will be encouraged to do that. Di na ta ma-discourage. Mas dako ang point. So sa ibuhaton nato, mang tabang tayong nun natin tao ay pasalamat. Joke lang. Scripted na. Anyway, the smallest thing that is done by a soul who loves God, unsa ka simple sa bagay ngay ibuhat nimo pero tungod sa pahigugman nimo sa Ginoo, have an enormous value in His holy eyes. And also Jesus gusto niya nga ma-remind kita sa iyang divine mercy by this image. Kung unsa iya nakita, gusto sa Ginoo ipa-paint, no? He appeared to Faustina in a vision on February 22, 1931. O ni-instruction siya nga i-paint kung unsa iya nakita. So mo niya nakita, ipa-paint, no? Jesus said, kung gusto mong maka-receive og mercy, you have to be merciful to others. We need to trust Jesus nga siya merciful. Di nato siya dudahan ang iyang pagpasaylo. O kinahanglan ang atong heart merciful to others. Pero kung ang atong heart gusto og kanunay nga di ta kapasaylo, stricto pa ta sa Ginoo, we will not receive mercy. And Jesus clearly said nga ibutang ang title sa ubos sa picture nako, Jesus, I trust in you. Nga naman, because trust is the first response to the recognition of the mystery of the divine mercy. Tinood bitaw, di ba? Ganahan ba ka nga ang imong anak way salig nimo, imong asawa way salig nimo, mohat sa inyong classroom ang imong maestra tagaan kag project pero murag duda nimo, di ba? Insulto. Lami kayo feeling they trust you that you can do it. So we trust God. God will be happy, God will be honored if we trust Him that He is merciful. The more one know, so the more we know that God, how good God is, no, the more one trust Him. Ang trust ko no, mura daw siya og balde. Unsa kadako ang imong trust, nga na pud kadako ang grace nga makuha nimo. So Christ promised many graces sa mga tao nga mag-venerate sa iyahang image nga divine mercy. Christ promised many graces to those souls who venerated His image of the divine mercy. I am offering people a vessel with which they are to keep coming for graces to the fountain of mercy. That vessel is this image. So dapat ay natay image sa divine mercy nga na ay kuan nga Jesus, I trust in you. So naami divine mercy. Thank you. Thank you Sistina for this picture gikan sa inyo ha. Okay. Balik ta. On October 5, 1938, Faustina died at the age 33 in her room at the convent of Krakow. Her diary and the image of divine mercy are now perpetual vessels of grace, reminding the world that God's mercy penetrates even into the deepest and most hopeless recesses of human mystery. So ang mercy ni God mo penetrate bisan sa pinaka ngit-ngit, pinaka ngilad, no, nga human misery. O kini nga misery will be materialized in Auschwitz during World War II. Remember, World War II happened 1940s. It started 1939, nagsugod-sugod na, no? At it ended in 1946. So kung mahindumduman na this is the aerial view of Auschwitz sa Poland, diri ang concentration camp. Kada balaya na, it will house hundreds of Jews for the extermination of Jews. No? So Auschwitz was a Nazi concentration camp that mass-produced unspeakable kinds of human misery. Located 30 miles away from the convent of Faustina. Francis Gajowniczek, usa ka ato ni siya karong mahibaw-an ang iyang kinabuhi nganong importante ni siya nganong gi-mention ni siya si Francis Gajowniczek, cell block 14. O ang usa ka prisoner prisoner 11670, no? Ang ilang kinabuhi ni prisoner 11670 ug ni Francis Gajowniczek will inseparably be linked forever. Ang tinuod nga ngalan ni prisoner 11670 is Raymond Kolbe. So ang spelling sa ilang Raymond sa Poland na pa yung mga J, no? Raymond Kolbe. As a young boy, si Raymond Kolbe may pagka-mischievous, no, pilyo. O saka na exasperation ang iyang mama na ingon nga, "Oh, little Raymond, what is gonna become of you?" O tungod niini nga statement, it struck to his heart, no? And nakapahinumdum niya, nakapamalandong siya tungod sa gisulti sa iyang mama. A few days later, while he was praying on the side altar of the Church of St. Matthew, Mama Mary appeared to him, to little Raymond. And Mama Mary was holding two crowns, one red and one red crown of martyrdom. The white crown of purity and the red crown of martyrdom. O gipangutana siya, unsa man ang imong pilion dire forever, Raymond? Because of the excitement of the little boy, he said, "Give me two. Give me both." Okay. After this apparition, it changed his life, no? he became more serious beyond his years, and he became more obedient to his parents. At age 16, Raymond entered the Franciscan order, and he took the name Maximilian. Dito na sa seminaryo niya gi-adapt ang name nga Maximilian. That's why it's called. And then he started wearing the crown of purity as a priest. And he is very intelligent. He earned doctorate degree in philosophy and theology sa Rome. And dako kayo nga impact ang apparitions ang gamay pa siya nga ang iyang devotion to the Blessed Mary became the center of his spirituality. He is very Marian, Saint Maximilian Kolbe. Ug niingon siya, he is convinced that the surest and the shortest way for conversion and sanctification is to consecrate ourselves to God through Mary. And iyan siya ka kuyaw nga seminaryan pa lang siya, nag-form na siya og religious movement, a spiritual army consecrated to the Mother of God, under the title of Immaculate Conception. Seminaryan pa lang siya, nag-create na siya movement called the Militia Immaculatae, Militia Immaculata, or Militia Immaculatae, MI for short. Dili pareho sa atong MI diri nga delikado man mamusil. So, worldwide organization evangelization by dedicating itself to Christ. So, evangelization which dedicate yourself to Christ through Mary. So, habang nagatudlo siya sa Poland as a professor, nag-form po siya mga small MI prayer groups composed of dedicated lay people. Pag edad niya 28, nagsugod po siya publication, The Night of the Immaculata. Nananghid siya sa iyang superior nga mo start sila, ningon ang iyang superior, wa man tay kwarta. So don't worry, Father, dili magasto ang atong sa kumbento, I will raise funds for that. Okay. Sugtan ta ka, basta you take care of the funds. So nag-fundraising sila. And then also, it became so popular. Nag-hit kining magazine. Nag-build sila og Nia Pocolanov. Ang Nia Pocolanov, building ni siya, gipangalanan nila og City of the Immaculata, kung sa diin diri naka-house ang ilang mga printing machines og diri ang ilahang place for prayer and work. Ug ang iyang kanunay motto ni Saint Maximilian is Festina Lente, meaning sa Latin na siya hurry slowly, meaning magdali ta, pero magdali nga pulido, dili dali nga dili po slowly but surely, hurry but surely, mura yana, no? Hurry but surely. Ingon siya, my beloved brothers, there are souls waiting for the fruit of our labors. We must hurry because daghang mga kalag nagpaabot nato. Ang atong mga preaching sa simbahan, atong homily will reach thousands, but our printing materials will reach millions. So the Nia Pocolanov was a house of prayer, work and study, and became a house of refuge. House of refuge sa mga nagtago ng mga Jews nga ginahunting sa mga Germans. Okay. O parehas kay Saint Maximilian, parehas kay Sister Faustina, ingon siya, one deed of mercy is actually a perpetual act. One deed of mercy is a perpetual, meaning eternal ang iyang value, no matter how small or insignificant. Kaya nga na ko, a good example na makita sa uban, good example, will become a living testimony. Sometimes, dili na mabura sa mind sa tao. It will stick to their mind that they will think of it and they will follow it wherever they go. No? Pareho sa act of mercy nga living testimony nga makita nato unya nga buhaton ni Saint Maximilian. No? And the opposite is also true. Pag nakaskandalize sa dili nimo good bad example nga ipakita sa isig katawo nimo, it will stick to them. The opposite will also be true. So importante ang atong good example. So morning actual x-ray ni Maximilian Kolbe, poor health siya because of tuberculosis also. Pero bisag poor health siya, grabe ang iyang fervor, ang iyang energy. He never lose the determination to evangelize. He is always up to evangelize. 1930, bisag wa siya nahibawaan, bisag usa ka word ng Japanese, niadto sa Japan to evangelize. Kauban niyang 4 brother priests. And then, di ba ang Night of the Immaculata, mauto ang publication? Naghimo po siya dito sa Japan, o counterpart. Ang title sa ilang publication dito is Seibo no Kishi, Japanese version of the Night of the Immaculata. And it is still present until today. Og naghimo po siya og counterpart sa Niapokalanog nga building. Og gipangalanan niya Mogenzai no Sono, the Garden of the Immaculate. Og kini nga building gisituate niya dito sa Nagasaki, sa bukid sa Hikusan, dito sa kilid. Gisaway siya sa mga ubang mga tao dito nganong diha nimo gibutang nga dili man atubangan sa picturesque nga view. Pero iyan ning gibuhat nga diri siguro na ay divine vision nga ihatag sa Ginoo, divine wisdom nga gihatag sa Ginoo niya, because on August 9, 1945 pagbuto sa atomic bomb sa Nagasaki, because of the strategic location of the Mogenzai no Sene, it was completely spared. Wa gyud na unsa bisag gamay sa atomic bomb, na shield siya sa strategic location sa mountain. Until karon naagyapon ang Mogenzai no Sono. After 6 years there, nibalik na siya sa Poland. Pero dito, lahi na ang situation. Nagkagrabe na ang situation, ang hold sa mga German, gi-invade naman ang Poland, no? O tungod sa ilahang publication nga Night of the Immaculata, which is critical to the mga Nazis, na-red tag na siya. Gi-red tag na siya as an enemy agitator. No? So, ang mga Gestapo o ng mga secret police ni Hitler, he is branded as enemy agitator, which is happening right now. No? If you work for peace, you will be red tagged. His popular publication has become critical to the Nazis. O it's just a matter of time, paabot na lang siya anytime nga damputon siya sa mga Gestapo, secret police sa Nazi. O katong adlaw ni abot gyud sa February 7, 1941. Niabot ang sakyanan o ipangita siya. Ikaw ba si Father Colby? Yes. Did you allow your brother priest to write articles against the Nazi, saying the godless Nazis? Yes, I did. In that case, you come with us. After gipakuyog siya, ni iyang gilingi ang iyang mga kauban o gibless niya ang iyang mga kauban for the last time. Ingon siya, I shall not see you ever again. So nabatyagan niya nga di na siya makauli. No? Pagkaugma, 19 brother priest sign a petition nga to take his place, nga sila na lang, kay because he is the founder. Is very important ang iyahang work of evangelization. But their plea was rejected by the Nazis. Immediately after arriving the prison, he was beaten. Gilabnot ang iyang rosary o ginapangutana siya. Kada pangutana siya, do you believe in this Christ of yours? Kada ingon niya, yes, sumbagon siya. Hantod siya natumba. O ang description sa writer is, Auschwitz kuno is an evil incarnate. If hell has an entrance kuno, kung nako na entrance ang hell, it would look like this. Because it is a vile place of systematic atrocity surrounded by high lethal voltage fences. And for most kuno nga mulabay ani nga gate, The only escape is death. So the administrators of Auschwitz were to carry out Hitler's program of extermination of all perceived, meaning perceived, gidudahan lang ka nga enemy. Political, o unsa ba, when you're perceived an enemy, ang imuhang views, opposite kay Hitler, you will be sent there. The camp's ultimate function is the killing of individual deported to it. So, mo ni ang actual manifesto. Kita nimo sa 16670 Kolbe. It was tattooed with this number. On June 1941, na nakatakas na preso. As a punishment, isa ka preso nga makatakas, 10 prisoner will die by starvation in the underground cell. So, mupili sila. So, this is the actual picture of Lagerführer Fritz. Isa ka sadistic nga Nazi, nga para sa iya, mura lang og game ang pagpili kung kinsay mamatay karong adlaw. Gitawag siya Angel of Death. No? Sadistic nga tao. Palinyahon na niya kada buntag, og mupili siya kung dito siya mo tindog sa tubangan og iyang iisang kamot, meaning ikaw ang napilian. No? The men form 10 rows with a waving of the hand. The officer prisoner is selected. So, ang tanang nga tao nga malabyan niya, mag-pray nga dili sila mapilian. Usa sa mga pineriso nga si Gajowniczek was selected. After he was selected, he immediately cried saying, "My God, my wife, my 2 children." Meaning, matay ka na. Because you are selected to die at the starvation bunker. Pero what happened next surprised everyone. It is first nahitabo sa Auschwitz. First in history nahitabo. No? All of a sudden, ang isa ka prisoner broke rank. Meaning, ni lakaw sa iyang linya, which is unspeakable crime. Di na pwede mahitabo. Kaya pwede kang pusilon right there and then nga mo lakaw ka sa imong linya nga wa ka gisugo. No? It is already a miracle that he was not shot by stepping out of line. Og niingon siya, no? I would like to exchange to the father of 2 children. Niingon na shock ang si Lagerführer Fritz, no? Bisag siya, no? Di siya makabalo. Unsa iyang buhaton, pwede niya pusilon, pero by some miracle, nakaduol siya. Ingon siya, kinsa man ning buang-buang sa akong atubangan? Kung niingon siya, I am a Catholic priest. By some unexplained reason, the Lagerführer agreed. Ingon siya, exchange them. No? Immediately, the 10 men were escorted to the starvation bunker. Gihubuan sila, and then wala na sila taga food and water. So, usual sight sa mga gibutang sa starvation bunker, you would hear after a few days mga howling of starving people who are because of dehydration, no? Pero sa kini nga mga sa situation wala kay may madunggan sa ilahang pulo og howling og mga pagsyagit. Si Bruno Borgovwek, usa ka orderly, siya ang witness nga nagpamatuod nga ang iyang nadunggan sa last days nila was singing of hymns, praying of the rosary, nga ang starvation bunker mura daw og simbahan. Mulid si Father Maximilian o ang ubang mga pineriso mutubag. After 2 weeks of starvation, 4 na lang ang buhi. Nagdali ang mga Nazi SS guards kay nanapod sila ibutang napod ng mga biktima, gadali sila, ilan na lang gi-injeksyonan ang 4, apil si Father Kolbe o lethal injection of carbolic acid. On August 14, 1941, the Feast of Assumption of Mama Mary, timing kayo, Assumption of Mama Mary, he finally was crowned his red crown of martyrdom. No? During in his 10 years old na apparition. Mo ni ang actual picture ni Francis Gayovnicek nagpasalamat, and naka-survive si Francis Gayovnicek katong pineriso nga iyang gi-exchange, no? 1995 mo na iyang apo ang iyang kuyog. Last public appearance of Francis Gayovnicek. So ato na punta kay Carol Wutiwa. 8 months after the death of Father Colbe, hapit pud ni naka-experience og kamatayon siya. Gidako pud ni siya, no? Naluwas lang ni siya tungod sa iyang Vax card. Iyang ID of employment sa mga Germans. Nagtatrabaho siya sa factory. Mo ni nakaluwas niya. Ang iyang mga kauban, nga wa kadalag ID, gipang pusil. No? At an early age, no? Naka-experience siya og sorrow si Carol Wutiwa. Namatay at an early age, baby pa lang siya. 8 years old namatay ang mama. And then after namatay ang mama, he was already described as depressed. Nawala na ang iyang pagka-light-hearted ng pagkabata, no? Masulubuon siya ng dako. Nabilin siya sa iyang papa, no? Ang iyang na pong older brother nga iyang gina-idolize, namatay na po of scarlet fever. So, alone na lang siya sa iyang papa. Pero iyang papa is a retired military officer, pero he is a devout Catholic o pinangga siya. Gitudloan siya og the importance of self-discipline, academics, hard work. Nagdako siya na siya natural born talent to be a writer and actor, no? Siya nagasulat sa iyang kaugalingon nga play. Siya po ang naga-perform, siya po ang naga-direct. So talented siya. Mo ni ang dagway ni Pope John Paul sa bata pa. Guwapo. From childhood on, he displayed a wholesome devotion to God. He completed his first year of college with excellent marks and landing big roles in theatrical productions. September 1, 1939, German invaded Poland. So, and then Adolf Hitler commanded his army to eradicate all culture. Ang ilang religion, ang ilang culture, ang ilang intellectual, i-eradicate sa Poland. I have issued a statement that any single word of criticism will be executed by firing squad. Mo na order ni Hitler sa lugar sa Poland. So para ma-maintain ang ilang culture dili mawala, nag-organize si Carol Wutiwa o group, underground theater group nga ipadayon nila nga matudlo ang ilahang culture pinagi sa ilang mga play, sa ilang theater, actor, underground. Kung mahibawan ka nga member ka sa underground, niini, immediately you will be sent to the firing squad, punishable by death. At the age 20, his father died. So, mo na yung turning point niya to decide to another path in life. O dire, mo ni ang Marian Shrine sa Częstochowa, no, is the spiritual epicenter of Poland. Mao ni ang common place nga giadtuan sa tulo. Maximilian Kolbe, Faustina ug siya. Wala sila nag-meet dire, pero silang tulo tig-adtuan aning lugara. So it was this shrine where the destiny of Faustina, Kolbe, and Wutiwa were mystically united. This shrine is very miraculous. Karaan na kaayo ni siya nga shrine o daghan kaayo mga miraculous events nga kahitabo diri. Father Kolbe usually organizes pilgrimage in this 6th century shrine for his friars, and naga-celebrate siya og mass diri on the side altars. Si Saint Faustina, she prayed for hours before the icon, entrusting her perpetual vows to the Holy Virgin. And then also, in 1942, nag-pray si Carol Wutiwa in his 22nd birthday before siya nag-decide na magpare. After praying in this shrine, he announced that he will become a priest. So, ang seminary niya, underground seminary. Because bawal man. No? Kung mabahibawan ka, punishable by death. So, sa ilang seminary, after breakfast, they say goodbye to each other. Because they don't know if they're still alive when evening comes. Because maglakaw ka sa dalan, there are machine gun fires, madakpan ka, madiskubrihan ka, wala. So, every morning, they say goodbye. Because death is always close by. Now, he saw the misery all around him. O kabalo siya, unsaon, nga ang kinanglan ang pagtabang is person to person, one by one, face to face. Daghan kay mga batang orphans, lakaw-lakaw sa dalan, walay parents, kay ilang mga parents gipang patay na. No? So, years after his ordination, 1946, these early experiences never diminished Father Wutiwa. Niwang kayo siya sa pag-ordination niya, no? 1958, at the age of 38, nahimo na siyang bishop, auxiliary bishop. And at the same time, during that time, 1958, ang mga revelation ni Saint Faustina gipastop because gidudahan sa Vatican with strong suspicion nga kini naga-overlap sa divine revelation ni public revelation sa simbahan, no? Pero kining challenge, opposition sa iyang mga revelation, gipredict na ni Faustina sa iyang diary, no? Sa iyang in 1935 that her mission will face seemingly unsurmountable obstacles, but in the end God will prevail. In March 6, 1959, giban ang Divine Mercy Devotion sa Vatican. O sa iyang diary, the time will come when this work, which God so commends, will be though in complete ruin. But suddenly, the action of God will come upon the scene with great power, which will bear witness to the truth. So, ang isulti diri nga suddenly, the action of God will come upon with great power. Ang gigamit nga great power, si Pope John Paul. Carol Wojtyła was the instrument of that action of God. So, gi-exert as a bishop, gi-exert ni Carol Wojtyła ang kanyang power to investigate again about the Divine Mercy movement. No, he exerted his influence and become a powerful advocate of Faustina's Divine Mercy movement. So, ang continual support ni Carol Wojtyła as a bishop, later became a cardinal, it led to the opening again of the official church investigation and for the possible canonization of Faustina. He understood that the more the human conscience succumbs to secularization, the more it loses the very meaning of the word mercy. He knew that the world will continue to produce atrocities like Hitler. Mautro pa ni gyapon ang atrocities nga gibuhat ni Hitler sa modern times if good people will not stand against them. Magpakahilom lang o walay mubarog sa ilaha nining mga tawhana. O ang iyang concern, no? Dili lang dili buhaton sa mga tao, dapat ang tao mubuhat yun og positive good deeds. Dili lang kay what to avoid, but you have to do good. On October 16, 1978, at the age of 58 years old, nahimo siyang Pope. Bata pa kaayo. Cardinal Carol Wojtyła becomes Pope John Paul II. Muna yung ngalan sa tinuod, gikuha niya ang ngalan nga Pope John Paul. He is the 263rd Pope of the Church. Trivia tagamay ha. Ang Pope John Paul II siya, Pope John Paul I ang iyang gipulihan. Kabalo ba mo nga si Pope John Paul I naging Pope for 1 month only? He died. Now, he died of heart attack. Munang itawag siya og September Pope. On the month of September lang siya na Pope. Pagta October, patay na siya. So, sa October na Pope na si Pope John Paul. So in November 22, 1981, in the shrine of Colevan Valenza, niingon siya publicly. Ingon siya, my destined role was to bring the era of divine mercy into the world. Muna na-feel gid niya daw nga ang iyang role sa kalibutan ni Pope John Paul is to bring the divine mercy into the world. So right from the beginning of my ministry in St. Peter, I consider this message of divine mercy my special task. So pwede siya matawag nga the divine mercy Pope, no? So on May 13, 1981, Pope John Paul II was shot by an assassin, Mehmet Ali Agca, 23-year-old assassin. Sil siya. 2 bullets struck the Pope, and then pagkatumba niya, 3 words lang ang gibalik-balik niya, Mary, my mother. Mawala na yung sulti. After 6 hours of surgery, the doctors declared a miraculous discovery. Ang bullets missed every vital organ. No? Hapit sa mga tayan no? Nakaingon si Pope nga, one hand fired the gun, but the other hand guided the bullet. Nga dili maigo ang iyang organs. Mo ning actual ang iyang kamot sa ng pusil gi-highlight, no? Sa audience. As a sign of mercy, ipakita niya, gipasaylo niya ang iyang assassin, gibisitahan niya sa prisuhan. Nganong gibisita gid niya personally para personally niya i-offer ang iyang forgiveness. Dili lang kay nag-issue lang siya og statement, personally giadto gid niya sa prisuhan. And they talk for 20-minute heartfelt conversation. And this conversation left a lasting impression on the heart of Ali Agca. That when he died, Pope John Paul died, this killer was put a flower on his tomb. No, nakagawas naman niya karon. He's a free man. On October 10, 1982, Pope John Paul declared, canonized Maximilian Kolbe as saint, a martyr of charity. Siya po ang nag-canonize kay Maximilian Kolbe. O si Francis Gayovnechek was there in the canonization of Maximilian Kolbe, katong prisoner 5659 na nagluwas kaniya. And on April 18, 1993, Pope John Paul beatified Sister Faustina Kowalska on the Feast of the Divine Mercy. O sa ceremony, naka-attend si Maureen Daigen. Kinsa man ni si Maureen Daigen? Mao ni ang babae nga nausab ang iyang kinabuhi tungod ni Sister Faustina. Okay. Kwanta gamay. Si Maureen Daigen na siya Milroy disease. Kini nga disease, wa gini siya kaayuhan. Disease of the lymphatic system causing severe pain, massive swelling, no? And na-amputate ang iyang TL at the age of 16, ang isa ka TL. Age of 17. She is always in severe pain, frequent seizure, bouts of depression. Di niya madawat, no? Nganong di siya kasabot, nganong gi-allow ni God. Because of that, she lost her faith, no? Completely. Di siya gusto makadungog og word ng mercy about God, anything. And eventually, ang pikas na pud tiil niya, ang putlununo na pud. But before maputol ang pikas niya tiil, ang iyang husband nga si Bob nag-watch sa film of Divine Mercy o na-convince sila sa healing powers sa intercession ni Sister Faustina. Wala dili pa to saint si Sister Faustina, pero gidungog na nga sa iyahang tomb, sa iyang shrine na ay mga healing powers. So, they were convinced by the priest to go there. Sulayan lang nila mo ato sa Poland. Pag-abot nila dito, no, March 23, 1981, sa Convent Chapel of the Sisters of Mercy, nag-confess si Maureen Daigen for the first time since childhood. Wala siya nakakonfess. Confess siya. And then, pag-abot dito, medyo arrogante pa siya ni Sulti. Ingon siya, okay, Faustina, I came a long way, now do something. I came a long way, now do something. Innerly, in her heart, she felt Faustina told her, "If you ask for my help, I will give it to you." And then suddenly, no? Abiniyag na buang na siya because all of the pain immediately left her. Drained out of her body. Wala nang pain. Ang swelling sa iyang leg, nikupos o kalit. No? And then, kinanglan niya, no? Mo suot og daghang medyas para dili matagak iyang sapatos. Uli siya sa Amerika. 5 independent surgeons nag-ingon, mga doctors, that she is completely healed. Milagro. Kaya wala man siya treatment yun. They had no medical explanation of the sudden healing of this incurable disease, Milroy disease. No? So, kini yung mga evidence, gipadala sa Vatican, Congregation of the Causes for Saints. Having passed this test, examined by team of theologians, o na-determine nila this is truly a miracle. But even if it is truly a miracle, it took 11 years for the investigation na ma-accept na para makarga sa cause of canonization ni Saint Faustina, no? Sister Faustina intercession to Divine Mercy, and then Sister Faustina was beatified on April 18, 1993 because of this miracle, no? And then another miracle happened again, year 2000, second miracle of through Blessed Faustina, intercession is accepted, and April 30, 2000, Blessed Faustina is finally canonized on the Divine Mercy Sunday. So, Divine Mercy Sunday is proclaimed. So, year 2000 lang di ay gi-proclaim ang Divine Mercy Sunday. 1 week after the Easter Sunday Divine. So, nagsugod ang first ever celebration of Divine Mercy Sunday 2001. Okay. So, the silent river of mercy that entered these unseen lives of these three seemingly insignificant people in the war-ravaged Poland surge on forever. Kining river of mercy, no? Nag-surge on forever from them. And it reminds us that kita tanan has the capability to receive and at the same time give this mercy to others. We are all capable of receiving it and giving it. And this mercy has flowed into these three people. To Maureen Daigen, to Francis Gayovnechek, and to Mehmet Ali Agka. And it still continues to flow to countless millions of people until now. And these unseen rivers of mercy will unite and to become a vast ocean. And this ocean is the ocean of an unfathomable depth, deserved by no one, accessible to all, even to the most hopeless sinners. And this is God's ocean of mercy. Huh? So that's it.
Grabe. Wapo kaay.
Praise the Lord.
Salamat sa inyo.
So, grabe ang mercy ni Lord, no?
Yep.
Sige. Let's pray.
Let us all pray the Hail Mary. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, that the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed